You now know about 80% of everything that you need to know about music notation for this class. At least you know it intellectually. But the focus of this class is not just sort of understanding the idea of music notation. What we really want is to become fluent and comfortable with music notation in practice. So this next set of videos is going to be about some of the ways that we're going to approach that. And that's going to be a task that we're going to stick with for the rest of the semester. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is something called solfege. And I want to start talking about solfege by going back to our major scale that we started with back in the beginning of this set of videos. Starting with a C, that middle C, going to a D, and an E, and an F, and a G, and an A, and a B, and a C. I can play that on the piano, but I can also sing it, which might be kind of fun. I can go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But there's another way that I can sing these notes as well. And that is to use a set of nonsense syllables. A set of nonsense syllables that maybe you've heard before. Maybe if you took a music class as a kid, you've used them. And those nonsense syllables that we're going to use are do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, and do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. You've probably heard those syllables used before. You may have used them before. And those syllables collectively are known as solfege. Solfege is actually a very ancient tool for music education that comes back to us from the Middle Ages, but it's still used today in schools, classrooms, and music schools to teach singing and to teach ear training and music theory. And we're going to be using it this semester as well. And you may ask yourself, well, why don't we just, if we're going to be singing, why don't we just sing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C? And the answer is we could, but we run into this funny problem because the letters C, D, E, G, and B, they all end in that E sound. So it can be very difficult to tell them apart, especially when we're using letter names in quick succession. If I said C, E, G, B, D, G, C, it's a little bit confusing. But if I said do, mi, sol, si, mi, sol, do, it's hard to mix up those syllables. Those syllables are created in such a way that we won't mix one up with the other. So for singing, solfege just feels better. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. So we're going to be employing that this semester. Just as a side note, if you come from a country where a Romance language is spoken, Italian, Spanish, or French, there's a good chance that if you have taken any musical classes or taken a musical instrument, that you actually use these solfege syllables in place of the letter names. So you may have learned not C, D, E, F, G, but you may have just learned do, re, mi, fa, and sol, which is kind of a cool difference in the way that countries with Romance languages like French, Spanish, and Italian and do it as opposed to German and English-speaking countries. So in the next video, we will see how we are actually going to put this into action with our first practical exercise of the semester.